lied.
This shape-shifting thing. Who are you? I am Sally. Well, duh, I meant why are you here? Ah, right. After watching the travesty that was Queen Wasp, I was akumatized, and now I travel the multiverse in order to find a universe where Miraculous Ladybug is actually a good show. Oh, well, in that case, I can save you some time and tell you that. And so, I'm here to watch the show and discern for myself. I'm telling you, the show sucks in this universe too. Although we may be the same person, we may have different tastes. I shall watch it myself. You just don't want to have to go through the spiel again, don't you? Do you have any idea how long it takes to explain all this? I'm sick of it, so I'm sticking around for a season no matter what. Alright, sue yourself. The channel is yours. Good luck. Yes! Wait. Huh. In my universe, two Sallys in the show together, but I guess that's not how it works here? It would be way too awkward to call her back now. Oh, I know.
I am Inkstick, or Ink for short. And who are you?
That's kind of a weird way to introduce yourself.
No, it's efficient. Now, who are you?
I'm Sally.
No you're not. Sally is...
Oh, well, of course I'm not your Sally, but I am still Sally. Look, we're losing retention as we speak, and we need to get a move on. Do you want to help me send Chameleon or not?
Oh gosh, it's this episode? Oh, please save me. This sounds like fun. At least it won't be just one person losing brain cells this time.
Wait.
Where did the croissant go? Don't tell me Marinette swallowed the thing whole. First Sabrina in season 1 and now this? Don't you people know how to chew?
How'd you pull this off, Alia? You're the best! I can't believe you got everyone to swap seats so I can sit next to Adrien!
Marinette, why did you assume that Alia did this for you? I know this is just to set up the fact that this was Lila's idea, but still, why was that your first thought?
Your seat's over there. At the back? Why? What's going on?
Well, since she's got a hearing issue, there's no way she could sit at the back of the class, right?
Besides, she came up with the idea of moving Nino here, so now we get to spend more time together.
Who is this she?
Saying she instead of Lila just to build suspense is not only stupid, it's extremely unnatural. Normal people don't talk like this.
Lila is lying about having disability, and she says she has a lot of them, so wouldn't she need some proper medical documentation about this? In real life, to get the bare minimum accommodation in school, you have to provide an arm and a leg worth of documentation, and I'm speaking from experience.
Lila's home from her trip to Achu, and she is back in school with us again.
Oh, a seat in the front row! You all remembered my hearing issue!
Alia said Lila came up with the idea of Alia and Nino sitting together, so she must have already been in the class planning this out before Marinette got there, and yet the episode acts like this is the first time she's heard of this.
I suffer from tinnitus, a constant ringing in my left ear. I've had it ever since the sound of an airplane engine burst my eardrum on the runway when I was saving Jagged Stone's lost kitten.
If you did that, tinnitus would be the least of your issues, especially if you got right next to it. Jet engines make about 150 decibels of noise, which would immediately burst both of your eardrums.
Yep, if this really did happen, she'd be mostly deaf in both ears and would probably need hearing aids.
Also, who in the world lets an alleged child out on the tarmac? Also, how would the cat even get out there? And I say allegedly because we don't know if she's actually a child anymore.
You mean the theory that Lila is actually an adult pretending to be a child?
Precisely.
It wouldn't surprise me. The show does love its pedophiles.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Isn't Jagged Stone's pet a crocodile? But he had a kitten until he found out he was allergic to it.
Lila doesn't even try. Jagged is a famous rock star, and they are all fans of his, so they should know that Jagged never owned a cat.
Mari, you know Jagged personally. Why don't you use your connections with him to verify this? Most of the people in the class know that you're connected with the dude, and it would be too easy.
Since you're such an excellent student, Adrien.
Hey, back it up there. He doesn't look comfortable.
There is no way Lila's mom and Damocles never managed to speak to each other and expose Lila's lies. It simply isn't possible.
Miss Bustier, why do I have to sit in the back now?
Do you have any trouble hearing or seeing, Marinette?
Marinette is completely valid here. Everyone else is clearly being paired with their best friend or significant other, so why is Marinette being isolated?
Exactly. Literally anybody would feel bad about this, and Miss Bustier should realize that. For being the best teacher ever, she sure does suck.
My eyesight and hearing are good. I'll sit in the back of the class, and you two can sit up front. I don't mind.
No!
Don't you guys find this a little weird that Lila objected so strenuously to the idea of Marinette simply sitting next to her? It's almost as if she did so mainly just so she could schmooze Adrien.
You can't expect them to actually use their brains. This is a Lila episode after all.
My return is causing so much trouble. Maybe I should have just stayed on the other side of the world. If Marinette has an issue too, then I should be the one to go and sit in the back. It's okay.
Why is Adrien looking at her like that too? Literally the very last episode had the entire class coming together to help Marinette and talking about how much they love her, and yet they turn on her with zero prompting. I honestly don't think the writers have ever interacted with other human beings before. her. That's the only way this level of character assassination makes sense.
Yeah, after all the praises that Marinette got as an everyday ladybug, they sure are quick to turn against her. On the one hand, I understand, because if you don't know that Lila is a liar, that's gonna look pretty bad. On the other hand, this is just blatant emotional manipulation, like textbook emotional manipulation. Seriously, who actually says things like this if they're not trying to manipulate you?
I don't actually have any trouble seeing or hearing,
Good, so there's no problem then. You sit here, Lila. Adrien, you stay where you are, and Marinette, you sit in the back row.
This is probably gonna be the first of many from me, but shut up, Bustier. Marinette being upset about not getting a say in the matter is completely valid, but then again, considering how she reacts towards bullies in general, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised.
Adrien literally volunteered to move, and Marinette clearly doesn't want to sit in the back, so why would Bustier not just move Adrien? Of course, Lila and Marinette would hate to sit next to each other, but it's not like she knows that. Ladies and gentlemen, the best teacher ever.
Lila, get your hands off Adrien. You don't touch someone like that without their consent. Why doesn't anyone comment on this? You know what? This goes for people both in and out of the show. Adrien clearly does not like how much she paws at him.
These desks are definitely big enough for 3 people, so Marinette should just sit with a pair so she doesn't have to be alone. Again, Miss Bustier is the worst.
High school.
So, Hawkmoth, you're going to redo Catalyst and keep throwing villains at Ladybug and Cat Noir until they lose, right? No? I get that the writers promised you more screen time if you didn't, but come on, this is your wife we're talking about. How did Marinette not notice that? A butterfly flapping right next to your ear is loud. Also, screw the show for teasing an akumatized Marinette, but never actually delivering on it. This could have been cool, man.
That's for you, Lila. Thank you, you're so sweet.
Here's your appetizer, Lila, and I've got your main course.
I'll fetch your dessert.
Looks like she already has a dessert, because I see an eclair right there. In fact, I might just...
Wait, you could just do that here? I want a snack too.
Also, I get the feeling Lila can't eat that much unless she's secretly a shonen protagonist, or me.
I'm sorry, I can't carry my own tray. It's almost impossible with this sprained wrist.
She said she has a sprained wrist, but she doesn't have any brace or a wrist strap. Wouldn't that indicate that she's healed enough to where she doesn't need help? Believe me, when your wrist is acting up, you're gonna need some support because it's gonna hurt like a bear.
Huh, this universe has such strange expressions. I've broken my arm before, like a cast and everything, and nobody cares that much. Plus, she has a whole other hand to carry things with. Really, have these writers never had any type of social interaction before?
Lila's totally lying. She made up that whole tinnitus story just so she could sit next to Adrien, and her sprained wrist's completely bogus too.
I don't get it, Marinette. You barely know Lila. Why all the hate?
You remember Lila when she first came to school right after the summer break? Something just felt off to me, so I followed her.
What?
Marinette, this story will go over a lot better if you tell them you saw Lila steal Adrien's book in the library and followed her to get it back, rather than just stalking her for no reason. The truth shall set you free.
Not only did Ladybug save my life, we've become very close friends. She lies with every breath.
You eavesdropped on Lila and Adrien? That's not cool.
A good reporter always verifies her sources. Can you prove she doesn't actually know Ladybug?
Alia, Nino, let her finish. She was just about to get to that point where Ladybug herself showed up and chewed her out for lying.
To be fair, Marinette has a chance to explain that afterward, but doesn't for some reason. Like I said before, the truth shall set you free. Also, these two already know Lila is lying. Remember this?
I hope you enjoyed Volpina's illusion, because the real Ladybug will never hand you over her Miraculous.
Alia and Nino know Lila is Volpina, so if Ladybug said Volpina was in Paris working with Hawkmoth, they'd know Lila couldn't possibly be in a chew as she claimed. Writers, just because you forgot doesn't mean I will.
Okay, you want proof she's lying? Hey, Lila, you forgot your napkin. See that? It's obvious she doesn't have a sprained wrist.
Marinette has so many ways she could disprove Lila using both common sense and her testimony as Ladybug, but she goes with this terrible option just so the plot can happen.
Ow!
Really, guys? You've seen that she can catch things just fine. Also, did you guys, observe her expression at all? She's completely fine. Speaking from experience, when I had carpal tunnel syndrome, doing anything with my hand was... oh, good grief. If she's really in that much pain, it would show on her face. Also, for a moment, you can tell that they're starting not to believe. Why not have a couple people start becoming more dubious of her afterward?
They flip-flop with almost no resistance. It's almost as if they're purely plot devices here and not characters.
Once when I was in India, I witnessed someone getting their eye gouged out by a corner of a napkin. If I hadn't caught it, this napkin could have injured Max.
How does one's eye get gouged out by a napkin? Maybe cut a little, sure, but gouged? Come on, Lila, try a little harder.
I didn't have a choice. Ow!
Lila, you saved my eye. You sacrificed yourself for me.
Max, you are wearing glasses. You literally created a sentient robot. You should be smarter than this. Why does everyone else have to be made dumber just to sell Lila as a good liar?
I don't know. Lila's lie sucking might actually be a good thing. It means the writers are so pure they can't lie to save their lives. That, or they wanted to make it clear to their young audience that Lila is evil by making her lies so awful even a 5-year-old could see through them. Well, let's remain optimistic and assume it's the first option, because otherwise a character assassination would be too much to bear.
Are you crying? No, I'm not. I can sense that you don't like me, but I don't understand why. Don't tell me it's because of this new seating arrangement in class. It is! Of course, you were jealous because I'm sitting next to Adrien, because you would have given anything to sit there yourself.
Ugh, hearing her talk just sets my teeth on edge with how fake she is. Even when she's trying to be nice, she still manages to sound incredibly condescending. That tone of voice reminds me of what people use if they're talking to a dog or a small child. Just, ugh!
You know what? It's really not worth fighting over a boy. You and I could be friends, and who knows, I might even be able to help you with Adrien. It's not worth fighting over a boy.
You were the one who started this as soon as you realized that Adrien liked another girl more. Also, I'm perplexed that Lila thought that Marinette would actually go for this. Marinette has made it clear that she does not buy anything that she's selling. Moreover, what would Lila have done if Marinette had ultimately agreed to it?
You and I will only be friends the day you stop lying, Lila. I can't prove it, but I know for a fact that you don't have tinnitus. That you don't know Prince Ali because you've never even set foot in a chew. Ladybug has never saved your life.
As much as I want to praise Marinette for telling Lila off here, part of me is also wincing. With people like that, it's never a good idea to tip your hat to them and let them know that you know that they're toxic.
Yeah, it would have been better for Marinette to stay quiet, but if she did, then the plot wouldn't happen.
I only tell people what they want to hear. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. People can't resist when they hear what they like to hear. But soon you won't have any friends left at all, and trust me, I'll make sure you never get close to Adrien in class or anywhere.
Hold me back, Sally. I'm about to go feral raccoon on that weasel that rolled in cheap hair dye.
I don't know why you're asking me. I hate her just as much as you do. I say let her have it.
Oh, I will. Lila only views people in 3 capacities. Servants who fawn over her every lie, objects of desire who can serve her needs, and enemies to be destroyed at any cost. And preferably as swiftly and as cruelly as possible. And tell people what they want to hear. What? Does this mean that deep down Marinette's friends want to hear that Marinette is a bad person? Also, Lila, you are telling lies that can easily be disproved by a Google search. Eventually, someone's gonna ask you to try to cash in on a connection that you do not actually have, and that's gonna bite you hard. And I can't wait for it. Just 2 more seasons.
2 seasons is far too long to put up with this nonsense.
I thought Chloe was evil, but Lila really takes the whole cake.
Nuh-uh. Chloe is much better at manipulating and bullying. Lila is a complete moron who is given a free plot pass because the writers are bad at their jobs. They are not the same.
Lila does eventually get better at emotional manipulation, but for now, yeah, I agree.
I also heard you play piano.
Do I need to call Henry Crabgrass in here? Back up. Again, considering the theory we mentioned earlier, this actually makes me kinda queasy now.
My uncle's a great pianist, Stroke Barochek. He wanted to teach me when I was little, but I had to stop playing because of arthritis. But when my wrist gets better, I'd love for you to give me some lessons.
Seriously? First it was a sprained wrist, and now you have arthritis? I'm not saying it's impossible to get arthritis at that age, but still, it's not very common.
Even if she did, it's not like arthritis has a cure. If she couldn't play piano as a kid, she wouldn't be able to play the piano now.
I'm perfectly happy being friends with you, and I'll gladly help you catch up on your schoolwork. But please don't lie to me like you did last time with Ladybug.
Okay, why? You know she's a liar who tried to manipulate you into liking her and pretended to have a miraculous and is constantly touching you against your will. Why?
Lila is a habitual liar, and Adrien knows this. That's not someone you should keep around you. He should be working with Marinette to expose Lila now before she can do any real damage. Does Adrien really think just talking to Lila is going to change her lifelong habits? She faked going to another country, for goodness sake. This isn't just little white lies, she lies about everything. Why would you tolerate that?
Ladybug's the liar.
Ah, yes, the classic know you argument. Yeah, that'll do a great job of convincing Adrien. It works great with YouTube commenters.
Have you been fighting with people in the comment section again?
I'll never tell.
You can resist it, Marinette. Hawkmoth's power only affects people who think there's no solution to their problems. You're right. You won't get me. I'm proud. I'm confident. I'm Marinette.
Lame. Give me Akumatized Marinette.
I'm not judging you, Lila, but instead of making friends, you're gonna turn everyone against you. You can tell me if there's something bothering you. I can help, but you need to be honest with me.
I can't stand those super goody 2 shoes. Come here, Akuma. Hakma, I am Lila. I know you want to destroy Ladybug, and so do I.
Lila just willingly akumatized herself in order to help a magical terrorist. All because she was gently asked not to lie. Let that sink in, people. All because a boy gently asked her not to lie. This proves that Lila's issue was not that Ladybug was harsh. Her issue was that she got called out at all. There's a word for people like this. It's evil.
Honestly, Lila is such a boring villain. Gabriel and Chloe at least have reasons for why they are villains, and even though that cannot justify their actions, at least it gives them a little bit of depth. Meanwhile, Lila is just pure evil, and for no reason, at least not one that's given to us in the next 2 seasons. She's such a flat character, and that's just disappointing, especially considering how much work they put into their other villains.
We can't let this Akuma run loose. Gotta find another way.
Oh, so now they address how transforming in the school bathroom is a bad idea. It only took 3 seasons.
Hey,
Lila, what did I say? Hands off! Again, that does not sound like someone who was comfortable with that grab. Learn from the school of Henry Crabgrass.
So I'll never tell another lie again. Will you make peace with me?
Okay, at this point, can I just retroactively add 100 sins for every time she touched Adrien?
Wait, we can do that here? Go right ahead, that sounds fun.
Oops, I lied.
Oh great, another supervillain with kissing powers. Ink, you handle this. I'm gonna go throw up.
So, yeah. We just had a straight up sexual assault on screen.
I can't handle this.
Nino, I have something to tell you. You don't deserve my friendship, or your girlfriend, or your cap. You should see your faces. Don't miss my performance at the Eiffel Tower. You're gonna love it.
What? Not Adrien!
Am I the only one who raises my eyebrow at the fact that Lila's first move when she has Adrien's appearance is to immediately try to ruin his friendships? Well, I guess it's a moot point considering she ruins the charade immediately after. What was the point of her even trying that when she decided to ruin it so soon? Also, I guess we're 3 for 3 as far as Lila being on the Eiffel Tower. Holy! Lila just threw herself in the path of a bus!
If only she'd actually been hit. Well, it probably wouldn't have done anything since she's akumatized, but one can dream. Also, why didn't the bus driver just hit the brakes? He wasn't going fast enough to justify not being able to stop.
My balloon!
How the heck did she pop it just by poking it?
Thank you!
Oh no! He's gonna fall!
They all just saw her jump up the Eiffel Tower, so I don't think anyone should be worried about her falling at this point.
I'm gonna fall!
Who cares? Let her fall! 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 Fall!
I know where your Akuma is, Chameleon. Time to de-evil. But the Akuma.
You literally saw her steal that hat from Nino, so of course it doesn't have the Akuma. So Chameleon can teleport too? Fascinating.
Your friend Lila put you to sleep with an evil kiss.
Lila must have been re-akumatized.
Yeah, she got akumatized because you told her to stop lying. You starting to realize she doesn't deserve your compassion yet?
I saw the supervillain running away.
Thanks. Don't stay here, okay? It's dangerous. Come out of there, Chameleon.
Does this mean Lila forced a kiss on a little kid?
What? I wish I had stayed outside.
Can I add 100 sins every time there's an attempted forced kiss? Wait, for this alone, can I add 1,000 sins because it's implied she forced a kiss on a little kid?
Let's just do a bonus round and now stop bringing that up. I'm gonna be sick.
Ladybug, look out!
Really, guys? Again? It's bad enough that the poor guy had to be kissed once by her. There's not enough showers in the world to feel clean after that.
That's not even the worst of it. Cat Noir, you have a weapon. For once, maybe use it instead of throwing yourself in the path of danger.
Too bad Cat Noir's power is gonna destroy you!
If you manage to touch me.
Get me his Miraculous now!
No! I wanna get hurt first!
Lila, why not just grab the Miraculous while you can? Then again, considering her petty vendetta and her bruised ego, I guess I shouldn't be too shocked. Hawkmoth should just strip Lila's Akuma then and there if she's not going to obey his orders. What good is a pawn if it doesn't do what it's told?
Also, why would Ladybug leave Cat Noir alone like this? She's practically asking to be defeated.
Okay, I have to admit, this particular bit actually made me look if there was a fish seller on the Eiffel Tower. Spoiler alert, no, sadly that is not the case.
Aw, no. I wanted to remove a sin for her dead-eyed expression. It's just too relatable.
My apologies. Actually, the more I think about it, why would someone be selling fish on the Eiffel Tower?
Good point. We'll send it. Still love her expression, though.
Failed again!
Why would it be the staff? She literally just got it. It couldn't possibly be that. Also, there's no way a staff created by literal magic would break that easily. Her power is already activated, so why is she saying it again?
Ladybug!
How does he immediately know where they went? Oh, maybe it's like Ing said and he knows Lila has a thing for the Eiffel Tower.
We should be friends, not enemies.
Can we just leave Lila like that? Nothing of value would be lost and no one would have to know.
I didn't even think about that. That's brilliant.
Boo! Where's the akumatized object?
That's a good question. Where was the akumatized object? She definitely wasn't wearing the earring as Adrien, so did it transform into something else along with her appearance? That seems rather overpowered. The only thing miraculous about this show is how Hawkmoth manages to keep losing when his powers are so great.
Waiter, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, Ladybug, at your service.
I love that this random waiter gets involved in this and it doesn't even faze her. Customer service, am I right?
Mademoiselle.
Thank you.
Okay, I know this is probably just me being morbid here, but does she feel pain like that? Like, did that hurt? Because I hope so.
Yeah, wait, doesn't doing that kill them? Did they just murder Lila? She's not making noises anymore. I think she might be dead.
Hallelujah!
I don't know much about seafood, so I can't tell whether this is a clam or an oyster, but either way, it's probably dead, as it doesn't seem like it was stored properly. Does that mean Lila can transform into literally anything she kisses, or is it just organic matter? If she kissed Gabriel's dead wife, would she turn into her? That's not a sentence I ever thought I'd say, and I'm not even sure why I asked, as it doesn't really matter. But I had the thought, and now I must curse you with it as well.
Lila? At least now you can say I saved your life for real.
She already could, as a Vulpina.
Hey, some advice? You don't have to lie and pretend to be something you're not.
You have my word, Ladybug.
Guys, why would you believe anything she has to say?
Yeah, they both know this isn't true, so why even include it? I get Ladybug is trying to uphold her image here, but stop wasting our time.
Are you gonna tell everyone?
Of course I am. Lila
A
is...
liar. Do you really think exposing her will make things better?
So we just stand by and let her lie?
As long as you and I both know the truth, does it really matter?
You're right. Maybe it's not such a big deal.
Marinette, you know at this point she's a genuinely malicious person. She straight up threatened you and said she's going to destroy your life unless you kneel to what she wants. This is an absolutely terrible piece of advice. But even then, I'm not gonna hold it against Adrien for a couple reasons. One, Adrien doesn't know the full picture at this point. He's functioning purely off the knowledge that Lila just wants attention. Currently, he doesn't know for sure that she's just a genuinely awful person. Something gives me the feeling that if he knew the full story, he probably would have changed his tune or at least agreed that she needs to be exposed. Again, I still think this is terrible advice, but I can somewhat understand where he's coming from. Moreover, lying about having disabilities is disgusting behavior. You can't let that go! You should not let that go!
Personally, I absolutely will hold this against Adrien. With both Marinette and Adrien working together, exposing Lila would be easy, and it's the right thing to do. Even if you disregard the fact that hanging around liars is a bad idea, allowing your classmates to be deceived is wrong. Nobody likes being lied to because we all instinctively understand that lying is detrimental to everyone involved. Adrien is advocating to allow their classmates to continue being tricked, and that's not virtuous, that's just cowardice. The writers really do favor Adrien above all else and try to make him perfect, but in doing so, they just make him a shield for evil. Do I think he's doing it on purpose? No, but he's still doing it, and that makes him partially responsible for all the damage Lila causes later on. Also, as Ink said, Marinette knows Lila is trying to ruin her life, and she should not accept this bullcrap. She also should have told Adrien as much, because then he probably would have helped her. I don't understand why Marinette continually keeps important bits of information to herself in this episode. For the third time, the truth will set you free. Oh, and while we're on the subject of Lila ruining Marinette's life, this moment right here is what leads to the episode Ladybug, and I will never forgive this episode or these characters for allowing that dumpster fire of an episode to exist.
If you humiliate her, she'll just be hurt more. Making a bad guy suffer has never turned them into a good guy.
See, there's a hole in your logic, Adrien. Lila can't be turned into a good guy, so that's just a nonsensical argument. Marinette wants to defeat the bad guy so she doesn't hurt the good guys in the long run. You can't force redemption onto someone, but you can stop them from committing evil deeds. You can, and you should. Also, even if you want to redeem her, your logic sucks.
Suffering is often a very good teacher for people like this. To quote cinema therapy, people don't change until the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing. So in this case, providing the extra pain would just be helping the process along.
Precisely. If Lila continues to get what she wants from lying, she'll never change. But if every lie is called out and she is then punished for it, she'll eventually stop lying out of pure self-preservation. I honestly have no idea what garbage Adrien was spewing here, or why the writers thought it was an acceptable line of thought. Again, on the surface, it seems like Adrien is virtuous, but when you think about it for more than 1 second, you realize he's actually helping evil prosper. That's one of our main characters, everybody. What a hero.
Good for you for taking the high road, Marinette.
That's not the high road, that's enabling. I know I said I wouldn't be too harsh on him for it, but that still doesn't mean I like the advice.
I I will be harsh. Adrien essentially just told Marinette to suck it up and deal with it, and then congratulated her for being such a doormat. I hate this message. I hate it.
Hey, it's pretty cool back here.
Stay focused now, Marinette.
Marinette?
Don't get distracted. How are you and Adrien gonna get that house and have 3 kids and the hamster?
Marinette, Spoostier's called your name 3 times already.
Looks like you have trouble hearing after all, Marinette. Why don't you come sit up here in the front row next to Lila?
Oh, screw you, Bustier. It's not that she can't hear, it's that she was distracted. There's a difference, and I think you should know that.
And Marinette should have just told her as much. If these people would just communicate, it would solve about 90% of their problems.
Miss Bustier, this is incredible. My tinnitus, I don't feel it anymore. It's gone. It's a miracle. It must be Ladybug's doing. I can sit in the back now.
How many sins can I add for this in particular? When has Ladybug's magic ever worked like that?
As many as you like. I can't believe how dumb the writers made these characters.
Also, how convenient that it suddenly happens right when Adrien wants to get away from you. More grossness from Lila. Ugh!
She's such a leech.
Excuse me, Miss Bustier, can I go and sit next to Marinette? Nino and I can't stop chatting it up.
Okay, if she and Nino wouldn't stop chatting in class, why didn't Miss Bustier do anything about it? Teacher of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, and all other configurations of being.
You didn't think I let my BFF sit all by herself, did you?
You literally did. For an entire day.
Can I move too, please? I'd like to sit next to Nino again.
Can I have my old seat back too, please?
Can I go back to where I was?
Yeah, me too.
While I appreciate the nice little bit of karma for Lila, why did everyone suddenly decide to change their seats? They all seem pretty happy with the arrangement. Did they all just realize that they were getting distracted by their desk mate? In that case, why did Bustier not notice this?
This is just good old Miraculous going back to the status quo and never changing a thing. It's so on brand, I wonder why they even make new episodes when they could just air the same one over and over again with no discernible difference.
I have no problems with this. This is gold.
I have a problem with it. Poor Nathaniel. He's gonna have to put up with her all year. And why was Marinette in the back all by herself when they could have put her in the middle like Ivan is here? I don't know about you, but it kind of seems like Miss Bustier actually hates Marinette. Best teacher ever? Yeah, right. She's actually evil.
From now on, you and I are at war. You will lose your friends and wind up all alone, and Adrien will soon be mine.
Adrien doesn't want you, and Marinette knows that, so stop trying to make this about him.
We'll see about that, Lila. We'll see.
Can I remove a sin for this? Lila's face is priceless here. You go, Mari!
Sure, go for it. I suppose even horrible episodes like this can do some things, right?
Doesn't make it a good episode, though.
True.
You seem a little less dumb than the others, so I'll give you one last chance.
Why don't you use your connection?
In my universe, 2 Sallys shin the show. Shin the show.
Wouldn't she need some proper medical documentation? Not documentation. No. What does that mean, documentation? Does it mean you just punch someone and then you give them papers? Actually, yeah, I guess we could definitely use that for Lila because she definitely needs to be decked.
Oh, great! Another supervillain with.
Why not have a few people?
Although we may be the same.
Guys, oh my voice. Ooh. I think I might need some water. Hang on a moment. Roll over. I get my water cup and. Good water. I think my throat was starting to get a little dry there.
Don't worry, you look good even without your cap. You have my word, Ladybug.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Ladybug, look out!
Oh man, that was awful. Thank you for helping me get through it.
Sure, anytime. Thank you to EmoBaest, or is it EmoBeast? I'm not sure. Trip Meyers, KassKreations, Obsidian Eyes,
MC, the original Starwalker, Adamervinp, and Swanky Nugget for supporting the channel on Patreon.